And hello and welcome people back to Let's Play Syberia. Now we are in the next location from where we were when we were last. And this is the last place we're gonna visit in the game. Not the last location we're gonna go to exactly, but this is the last new location.
Oh, snap. I think it's getting hot and steamy over in Danland.
Hello?
What do you think you're doing, Kate? I wanted updates. I wanted results.
Certainly, Mr. Morrison. We all do. Down on the ground, we're doing all we can, but there's no new developments.
Kate, I don't think you understand the urgency of this situation. Universal Toys are on my back and digging in. I can't hold them off much longer. You're putting the firm in a very tricky situation.
I am very sorry, but a slight mishap or two has meant that I've had to modify my mission temporarily.
Miss Walker, you're walking on a minefield here. I don't have to underline that this affair is Class A priority numero uno. Hot.
I am only too aware of that, Mr. Morrison, and believe me, I am doing all I possibly can. But this mission is really no piece of cake.
You can have all the cake you want and eat it too when you get home. Next time I call you, I want something concrete, something solid. I want results. You understand? Results.
Yes, Mr. Morrison.
Two
It's always
questions.
nice to get a reassuring call from our boss.
How long has it been since this game started, like in game time?
That is
Probably
beautiful.
probably at least several weeks.
Oh. I don't think
at
we've
the
experienced-
very least a week.
I see.
Good morning, sir.
Good day to you, ma'am, and welcome to the Hotel Kronsky. I don't expect you've made a reservation, have you? Well, no matter. We've got a few rooms left with a sea view. By far the best on offer.
Well, actually, I wasn't counting on staying in Arrowbad.
I see. It's like that then. So, what can I do for you?
Let me introduce myself. I'm Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer sent by a major American law firm to take care of a delicate inheritance case.
Ah, very pleased to meet you, Miss Walker. Felix Smetana at your service. I'm the receptionist of this establishment. Between you and me and the brick wall, I often play the role of general manager here, too. Ah, these days the place ain't what it used to be.
This hotel is truly incredible, though. It's kind of sumptuous in an old-fashioned way.
You should see how sumptuous our suites are. For more than a whole century, they have accommodated some of the world's greats. Would you like to take one?
No, it's okay, thank you. I'm not staying. I've got to get away. I'm expected.
Right. Well, in that case, I don't see what I can do for you.
I want to meet someone who lives here.
That's very inconvenient. None of my customers said they were expecting someone. You can't just turn up like that. We've got a very strict policy. In this day and age, the hotel ain't too open to, impromptu visits from any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Please, I absolutely must speak with her. It's very important.
If it was that important, all you had to do was ring the hotel. People come here to rest, you see, to get away from the world, which ain't turning so good these days. Don't let me keep you. Good day to you, ma'am.
Honestly, if I could have called, I would have called, but I couldn't. So please, can you bend the rules just a little, sir?
Ma'am, in this hotel, we don't bend nothing for no one. With respect.
Sir, I really could use your help.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but my helping hand only serves my hotel guests.
Well, let me just say that by helping me out, you'd also be helping out one of your very own guests.
Ma'am, I'm not to be wound around anyone's little finger. You hear?
Could you tell me if a certain Hans Vorarlberg has ever been here?
On a spa holiday?
Yes, that's it.
I'm sorry, but our hotel register is strictly confidential.
Come on, please. It's not like it's a state secret you're telling me here.
And if I just let you consult our register, what am I going to get out of it?
My eternal gratitude?
That's just what I was expecting. Adieu, as the French say, madame.
Usually I travel on this fantastic mechanical train. Haven't I seen some kind of a station here? Is it possible to arrive here by train then?
Of course it is. What were you suggesting? If I'm not very much mistaken, that's your air balloon I see getting blown to shreds in the hotel garden.
Oh yeah, the airship. That's a bit different. I just borrowed that to make the round-trip journey to Arelbad.
Whatever. You better think about getting it off there, and quick. With that contraption on my lawn, some of my clientele might have a relapse.
It's a real shame that there aren't any guests at your hotel.
We had our moment of glory, but now it's all in the past. That's all.
Doesn't it make you sad?
Why should it? Once upon a time I met the greatest of the great. Now I got my memories. Sweet memories.
Well, thanks anyway.
At your service, ma'am.
So it's no use actually trying to convince him, and because he's too preoccupied with watching that television with really bad signal, we can just snoop around here. We can't open these doors, but we can go with here.
I'm just looking forward to the sequel where you use a spring-powered time machine to go back in time and make it so your boss isn't mad at you and your precious Dan never cheated on you.
Dan hasn't cheated on us.
Uh-huh.
Yet.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, we just get the detergent, and we're going to
do the old foamy fountain trick.
Yes, we're going to ruin the fountain.
Hey, that's a decent effect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, then it popped.
Yes. Until it did that.
I was about to say, that looked better than stuff from Amulet of Dreams did, but then lowered its... and then you gotta open the shades.
Mm-hmm. It's very nice and automatic.
I was about to say.
And because he's too preoccupied with the TV, we have to just get his attention.
He's trying to watch a scrambled porn channel, is his problem.
I think he's watching football.
Did you have to click that 3 times?
No. She is just that annoyed.
Is he supposed to be watching... Yeah, he's supposed to be watching football, you're right.
Sir?
You again? You're beginning to really overstep the mark. I warn you, one more and I'm going to... But what the hell's going on over there? Why is it me gets hell to pay when there's already too much work to do?
Who wrote this script?
French.
Man, the French. Okay, I don't know what he's going to do with that to solve the problem.
It's not. He's not very effective at it, so it's going to take him enough time.
As long as it takes us to figure out the next couple of steps.
Exactly. First of which is to go snoop at his desk, because there are a few things of importance.
Any game that lets you distract someone from a desk the first thing you need to do is look at the desk.
Exactly. And here, this is something I did not do. Well, I didn't check very well at the beginning. You have to look at Helena Romański and look at her basically look at her last date.
Oh, okay.
And look at the code that's on the all the way to the right, and remember it. And this is something. This is a phone number that we will need to use later on.
You know those 6-digit phone numbers. Actually, didn't look. Was it 6?
It's totally legit. But yeah, this is a this pamphlet for a different.
Oh, it's 7. Oh wait, no, it's 8. There we go. Guys, I can count. A different what? For different hotels?
Yeah. Or rather, it's for the chain, for this particular chain of hotels. And this is a button that we need in order to progress. The phone is worthless.
Call Oscar. Tell him to come pick you up.
Well, except that Oscar doesn't have a phone.
He also doesn't have his hands.
That is true. He couldn't pick it up.
I'm like having a humorous image of him bumbling with the phone. But knowing him, he'd be like, "It is not in my protocol. Pick up the phone, Kate Walker."
It is not in my array of function, Kate Walker.
Dude, Oscar.
Well,
Hello.
hello there.
Good afternoon, miss.
Are you the hotel barman?
My name is James, miss. James, the automaton nurse. I am not a barman.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to upset you.
If you don't mind, miss, I would appreciate it if you would just be a little more rigorous in the terms you employ in the future.
My name is Kate Walker.
Pleased to meet you, miss. You are not here for treatment, are you?
No, I'm not. I only want to meet Madame Romański.
I would be delighted to serve you tea when Madame returns from her constitutional.
I don't want to impose. Maybe your mistress won't want to take tea with me.
Madame likes to complain for the sake of it. Believe me, she loves visits.
In that case, thanks for the invitation. I'm looking for Madame Romański. Do you know where she is?
3:30 to 4:30 p.m., Madame Romański takes her daily constitutional on the pier. Tea is served at 5 o'clock sharp.
Is it possible to go see her?
As you wish, but do pay attention to the salt wind.
Can you take me to Helena Romański?
Not at this hour, miss. Madame will still be watching the sea at the end of the pier.
So?
Madame knows perfectly well that during this season I don't go down to the pier. My wheelwork goes dicky under the double corrosive action of the salt and sand winds. Listen, you can hear them sweeping up and down the beach and out to sea. We call it the salt wind here. It'll drive us all crazy one of these days.
Come on. Just make a little effort.
No, I'll stay here and make ready for Madame in case she needs me. She can be so unpredictable, such violent swings of mood.
Have you ever heard of a Mr. Vorarlberg?
The name is not entirely foreign to me.
Really? You know Hans Vorarlberg?
That I cannot say, miss. Madame has forbidden me from talking about him and even mentioning his name.
Why?
Nostalgia, sadness, medication. Call it what you humans will. We never had this conversation, did we, miss? Madame would be very angry to learn that I know, and now you know as well.
Don't worry. Mum's the word. Do you know Komkalsgrad? I left my train there with its engineer. You'll never guess what. It's an automaton just like you. There's even a family resemblance.
Firstly, I would say that I do not know Komkalsgrad. Secondly, I have never taken a train. Thirdly, the existence of another automaton with such a degree of finesse as myself appears very unlikely. Madam has always assured me that I am a unique model, a gift from a former admirer.
Yeah, but you two really do look alike. And you know, I miss him.
Why is he not here with his train, then? I would never allow Madame Romansky to leave on her own.
It's a long story, but hopefully I'll see him again soon.
Such attachment is very touching, miss.
Well, I'm going, James. See you later, maybe.
It would be a pleasure to see you again, miss.
Now, you mentioned something about the bar, and we
Cool.
will get to use it. It's one
No
of my
point
favorite
weighing
puzzles in
myself
the
down.
game.
No point in
No
weighing
point
myself down.
This is like one of the only places where this game is like, nah, you have to have a reason to pick up a fucking lemon.
I just loved in like King's Quest 6 when they're like, you need a skull for this recipe, and you walk up to a skull and he's like, why would I want a skull?
Yeah, or it's like at a certain point you just have to stop asking questions.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's weird to make things interactable, and they're the right nouns you need,
That
but
door is locked.
just to tell you, no, not that one, you know?
mm-hmm. Or there was this point-and-click shooter game called Call of Cthulhu from the Dark Corners of the Earth. And
Wait.
now
No,
here,
I'm thinking of another Cthulhu game.
now this, like, oh, why would I need a wine glass? And I'm gonna stash it anyway.
I just, in my brain, heard a glass shattering noise as she put that in her jacket, and then imagined that, like, she just starts bleeding.
Like with all of the other things that she has stashed there. But no, what
Well,
we
she
need to
obviously
do
is
now,
compressing them. It's not just, like, staying its normal size. So,
what we need to do here, remember that code. Well, you don't remember because I didn't actually look at
I
it
know,
very well.
but I know what you mean.
Doesn't look like that works.
You just showing the dialogue, I guess.
The thing is, you need to insert the code, and then it turns out that it's not the code that you need.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. They require you to insert a code that you need that should technically work.
Doing this with a joystick would be
Darn
very
it.
annoying.
That doesn't work.
As someone who had to
Just as
type
I
in
thought.
passwords into Xbox 360s.
See, now I typed in the right one, and now she's like, does not work. So now this, for some reason,
Triggers a
Triggers a-
dialogue option.
no,
there.
actually not.
Good afternoon,
I
miss.
figured you talking to him for a reason.
I'm looking for Madame Romansky. Do you know where she is?
No, curiously, it does not
3:30 PM,
trigger a
Madame
new
Romansky
dialogue
takes her
option.
Is it possible to go...
As you wish.
Can you take me to Madame
What it does,
Romansky?
however, it like
Well,
miraculously somebody just goes to a certain room, forgets to lock the door, and now we can enter there. We couldn't do that
Oh.
before.
Okay.
I actually wish that it didn't do that, because here's the thing: if I knew the code and I inserted it correctly, then it would be it would absolutely make sense for me to ask, James,
I'm
because
sorry
he's
to
the owner
disturb
of the
you.
code.
Yeah, I think I can thrust with my queen through there. Unless...
I can see that I'm disturbing you.
Hey, no.
Kick all their chess pieces into the
Squeeze them with my
hot tub.
bishop instead. Nothing like a good squeeze from a bishop.
This is
Okay, I wouldn't like to disturb you any longer.
yeah. Time to go. Time to go.
So yeah, they weren't there before, and now I can go to their
Locker room.
men's locker room and steal their card.
I'm just imagining like someone goes in for a kiss on Kate and she just like opens up her jacket and absorbs them into there. And then like closes it again and just like blinks and has a vacant smile.
She probably has a jacket of holding with
She
all
got a
of
lot
the
of
stuff that she...
sandwiches in there, all blart.
Yes, all of the Subway, all of the Blart, all of the
And
anime.
a lot of anime, yeah. Well, now you got a code.
Mm-hmm. You know, at this point, I would have actually appreciated that they would have been like, oh wait, the mechanism for inserting the code is broken, so you need to insert the card itself. Because it kind of looks like there is a slot for a card, right?
Right, and that would make sense why.
That
You
would
know.
make sense why you need a different code.
What's wrong with outside? Why do you need a gas mask? What happens if you go out without it? Do you just die?
No, she just she's just covers her mouth and her eyes and then walks back in.
Did they tell us?
Doesn't
I
look
wasn't
like
paying
that
attention.
works.
Did they tell us what's wrong?
This place is actually based off of a real location, and the Aral Sea, you know,
Oh,
the
right,
sea.
right. So this is like some sort of Chernobyl situation going on here because it's Russia.
No, it's just salt. It's just salt from a drying sea,
Oh, and
which
so
is
it
why there is a
stings and
boat
smells
there.
bad. Well, it wouldn't kill you, but it wouldn't be pleasant.
It wouldn't be very pleasant. A salty wind. And we're talking really, really salty.
Right.
What we need to do is actually take this bell. Because it doesn't
Okay.
work from here.
You gotta go to the other place. I
Yes.
gotcha.
Madame Romansky? Madame Helena Romansky?
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you, ma'am. My name's Kate Walker. I've come on behalf of Frank Malkovich.
Ah, Markovich, the old son of a gun. Are you one of his relatives?
Not exactly. He's a good friend of my mother's. He told me you might be here in Arrowbad. I'm American, a lawyer.
To what do I owe your visit? You have come so far. It must be important.
Indeed it is. I have very delicate and pressing business to attend to. I have just left.
Later, my dear, later. I have a slight headache. This hotel mask pinch so. I have to go in. Please, could you be so kind as to call my valet?
Your valet, of course. Madame Romansky?
So, is James coming or isn't he? Don't tell me you haven't called him yet. Oh, my poor head. Please, ring for my valet. We will continue this conversation inside. Hmm?
You back here again? How dare you show your damn face round here? Get out of here immediately.
Please. I absolutely must find.
Miss Romansky. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. She managed to lie her way in here. Don't matter how vigilant you are, there's always one. But it won't happen again. She'll be out on her ear before you can say, I hope she hasn't upset you too much.
Oh, Felix. Stop being such a grizzly bear. This woman is my guest.
She's your guest, but that ain't possible. This vandal didn't even know you 3 hours ago.
Be quiet, Felix, before you offend someone.
Miss Romansky, please. This maniac turned up earlier and tried to wreck the fountain. If it wasn't for the...
I said enough, Felix. Please treat Miss Walker with the respect befitting one of my friends. Don't touch and don't swear. Have I made myself clear, Mr. Smetana?
Yes, yes, crystal clear, Madame Romansky. Please do accept my humble apologies.
Very good, Felix. You may go now.